just some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wildcats offense will have the ball first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, and I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, Dave.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Kentucky right back to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's looking deep. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. It's caught. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooners offense will take the field for the first time. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Grab behind the line. It's Ott. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Got it behind the line. It's Kent. Hard running there. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. With jet sweep pass. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Burks. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on 3rd down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll start this drive with a pass. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season. The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Sends it downfield. He's got it down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Burks. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Sooners are flying down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. grabbed in the backfield. It's up. There he goes. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. The Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Puts it out of the air. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Power football with the run. Across the 25, he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll pull it down. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. on the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. It's complete on the right side. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Fires on the run. He's got it along the sideline. Ernie on the Jets. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Time Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Pressure coming. Caught near the sticks. It's Kent. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
They'll immediately call timeout. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Caught in the backfield, it's Burks. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
If you're going to try a push pass here on 1st down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield and make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Sategna. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. And the field goal unit is on the field. Splits the uprights right down the middle.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's 1st down from the 48. Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
He'll take another shot here. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this...
Going up top. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far, and this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Maybe a adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping it will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Catch in the middle, it's Burks. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got an open man. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Finds his man, it's Lewis. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it from the gun. That's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! And that one will give them the lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on a football field, on top 5 rivalry, and it's gone finally. Oregon State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done.
Firing to the right, complete.
Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. It's complete to the left. Still running at the 40. turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw him.
Sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room. It's hot. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the inside. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Off play action on first down. Creates a little room.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's loose. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Mateer. That's caught. It's Gibson. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snagged in the middle. It's Sategna. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from...
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker, it's Brown. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quarterback making adjustments. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They're trying to find some room off right tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Moving away from pressure. Got the first himself. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this center down gets started from the 33, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it on the outside. Up to the races. The 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
They had a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First down. He's going to let it go. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll run for it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on their own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Handoff to the single running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset. I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush is on him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Got some room to run.
And what an inopportune moment to throw that INT. They're barely holding on to a lead here late in the game, and that's a situation, David, as a quarterback where you've got to be so good with your decision-making and ball security. That mistake could really cost his team.
And this defense, that is just what they needed. Man, you're down late in the football game, and now you get a chance to give your offense the football to go possibly take the lead in this game. Great job by this defense when they needed it the most.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll do it himself on the draw. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Great job by the defense staying aware on that play here late in the game with the lead, and the offense needs to throw the football. They're trying to make it look like pass before handing it off on the draw, but the defense wasn't fooled, and they make a nice tackle.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Absolutely perfect. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. First play of the first possession of OT. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Lets it fly. If he houses this, it's ball game. Taking it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. All the way back. He took it all the way. The pick 6 and the walk-off win. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field.